Hey everybody, Sunday evening, 7 o'clock, time for a little Sunday night live chat. It's like we got a great group here. We got a lot of guys on ready to go. Leo's here, ready to go. Leo's always one of our first ones. Bill Wagaman, Alan's on. Charles is here. Kevin L. Kevin L's ready for a good night. Kevin Brown made it tonight. Dad's here. Glenn's on. Zach Whiskey Business is here. Bert's on, ready to go. How are we doing over here on Facebook? Looks like we are connecting, but nobody's on yet. David W., Uncle Shaggy. Jim's back. Glad you guys all made it. We got a fun night planned for tonight. Big job. We'll work through the beginning of a normal episode like we usually do. We'll do a little open chat, some new inventory, a promo model. Then we're going to give away all of this cool mobile oil stuff and announce the new raffle. And at your guys' request, we're going to do an extended auction tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Now, Frank's here. Greg's ready to go. Brian Dispatch. Pete's here. You guys keep saying let's do a little bit longer auction, so boy, are we ready to rock and roll tonight. Now, when we do the auction, we usually do 15, 20, 23 pieces, something like that. I have a couple boxes here I work from. I have so much stuff in here tonight, it is almost over to the fridge. It's like scattered over there. Gray Kitty's been a wreck all afternoon. She can't walk around the office. There's so many badges, emblems, hubcaps, toys, oil cans, wrenches, license plates. She don't know what to do. She's been a mess. So when we get into the auction, I'll get up, gather up a handful of stuff. We'll sell that. I'm going to have to get up and go over there, gather some more. It's over there, over here. I've got it all scattered out. Close to 100 pieces, which I know we're not going to sell tonight, but I wanted to have a big, wide, diverse pile to work from. So anyway, let's see. Scott's on here with us. Jeff from Ottawa, Ken from Michigan, Dennis Chapman. Hopefully I'm catching everybody there. And it looks like we got a few guys getting on with us on Facebook as well. Walker Holmes is on. Austin's here and ready to go. Bert got his grease cap. Awesome. Those things are great. They're addictive, but they're great. So going to be a fun night tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. This week was completely off the chains for me. So lots of things to discuss. However, first off, had kind of a loss this week, if you want to say it that way. Yes, I do have a promo for the auction as well, Jeff. I did try, like I said, I really tried to get it super diverse tonight. So, but kind of some bad news, I guess, so to speak. We'll start with it's going to be kind of weird. I know it's going to be kind of different. But you guys know the blue cart that we do Toy Tuesday on. A lot of times, like when I'm packaging parts or working out in the shop, I'll have like my paperwork laid out there, have the tape gun on that cart or something, just because it's easy, I can move it anywhere and grab whatever I need. Well, I also always have my water glass on that cart, and it always gets knocked off. I mean, it's been knocked off there 100 times. However, this week it didn't make it. Nope. My Casey's cup broke. After how many years? I mean, this thing is super crazy thin plastic anyway. I got some annoying flies in here tonight too. So, yeah, it's done. It's split right down the side. So don't quite know what to think. Now, it's always been kind of a pain in the butt because it's got such a narrow base, but sign it and sell it. It's just kind of weird, you know. I mean, we've been doing this for 4 years, and it's always been this cup, this cheap Casey's plastic, super thin plastic cup, and it survived that long. But this was its last week. Auction it. So, had to get me a different cup. It's kind of sad. And you don't think about it. It's just, I've used this thing for years. And now it's split. So, had to get me a new cup. It's a collector's item. I think you're giving it a little too much credit there, Jim. But so, yep. Rest in peace to the Casey's Cup. And in all honesty, Adam's here with us on Facebook. You know, for as super crazy thin as these things are, I cannot believe it lasted this long. Like I said, when it fell off the cart, I really didn't even think twice about it. Like I said, it's been knocked. I mean, with this narrow base, and when it's full of water, you bump the cart, it goes off the cart. It's fallen off 100 times, never thought twice about it. Scott's here with us. But that was it. That was its last week. And that's right, David. I got my money's worth out of it. There is no doubt that I got my money's worth out of the Casey's Cup. So it's just weird. It's almost like an old friend. This thing was here with us for 3-4 years. Michael's with us on Facebook. Matt's on with us. And this was its last week. Neil's here. Sit the cup up beside Heather. I like that idea, Bill. That might be what we do with it. We may just have to do that. Tweedly D's here. Pete agrees, put it up on the shelf. It's kind of part of the deal. It was an epic cup. It's kind of crazy to think about. Make a funnel out of it like the Cadillac deal. Lots of people want to auction it. I don't know. I kind of want to keep it. I don't know. We'll see. See who can replace it with the most unique cup. I've got another cup with me tonight. Obviously, I got to have a water glass. But before I got the new cup out or grabbed the new cup, I figured I better explain to everybody what happened. So, Scooby says, "Sorry for your Rory for your Ross." Yeah. Long live the cup. Yep. So there it is. I guess we'll put her up there for now. We'll figure out what to do with it later. Michael's ready to see the new one. Yep. Well, I figured I better get a cool cup at least, since that was just the one I picked up a pop-in at Casey's. I thought, let's get something kind of neat. So if Heather takes a fall, it'll nurse her back to health. Or whiskey will nurse her back to health. So obviously been doing a lot of work with these guys. Had one of their cups we picked up at a football game. So I got me a Pitt State cup. So I'll be working with this one for the time being. So with all the different generations of the Gorilla on it up to the split face. So I figured I better explain what happened before I grabbed this and freaked everybody out as to what had actually happened. It's definitely way stronger than the Casey's Cup, Pete. No doubt about it. It's like 4 times as thick as the Casey's Cup. But I tell you what, that one was a trooper. That one hung in there for years. So you got to give it credit. So anyway, I guess onward and upward with the new cup. All right. Michael likes the new cup. Glad you guys do like the new cup. Just different. It's only this much different, but it's a little different, you know. This is a big, fat, wide base, heavier cup. It sits better. It holds better. That thing I had to be careful literally when I grabbed it, because if I bumped it wrong with such a tiny little base, it would tip over. So when I'm talking to you guys, and this one I could reach over and grab it. That one I had to be super careful not to bump it. It was weird, but it's just different. It is definitely different. It's been different this week, working out of a different cup. So anyway, onward and upward. Super glue it back together. I don't know how well that would work, William, but we got it up on the shelf for the time being. We'll see how it goes. A little bit of this week in history real quick. I've been kind of trying to keep an eye on some different websites for a tidbit of history. What happened this week in history back in 1946? The first brand new post-war design production began for Kaiser Frazer this week in 1946. So Have a drink for the old cup and the new one. Great idea, Kevin. Let's drink to the old cup. There's Weston. Drinking to the old cup. Great idea, Kevin. I hadn't thought of that, so thanks for throwing that out there. All right, so there we go. A little bit of tidbit in history. Cue the badges. There we go. Kaiser Frazer started car production in this week back in 1946. Now, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up, and then we're going to talk about what happened this week, because this week got off of the rails, guys. Tomorrow night's video, you are not going to want to miss. I am going to reveal total car count purchased in May, and it is off the chains. I can't believe what happened this month. I've got a few more things to check. I'm not going to give you a total tonight because I've got to go back through the checkbook and double check when I wrote checks on for some of this stuff at the beginning of the month. So yeah, it's nuts. So let's talk about what's coming up. Then we'll talk about what happened this week a little bit. Obviously Mecum next week. Planning on catching our good friends Doug and Adam Prey at Auburn Court Duesenberg on Thursday. Going to catch up with Jim Wicks on Thursday, hopefully. Bill Wagman, 1974, the first National Street Rod Association Nationals East was in Maryland. The 50th anniversary was there this weekend. Hey, there's Mark. Falcon's back on with us. Glad to see Mark back tonight. So, lots of things going to be happening this week. We're going to have some great content coming up from Auburn Court Duesenberg. We're going to do some great stuff with Jim Wicks. Wicks has a car, a very, very special car that we're going to do some content on. 428 Cobra Jet. Original, recent find. Been stashed since the 80s. Extremely rare, extremely low production car to start with. There are 2 or 3 original ones left known to exist, counting this one. So it's a pretty special car. So we're going to be doing some content on that. And as always, we're definitely going to do some content at Mecum with Jim Wicks. I'm sure there's going to be some cool stuff there we can check out with him, as well as some of you guys. I know Kevin's planning on going. Pete plans on going. Charles was planning on going. I know Charles is up in the air right now, but Charles may be there. So it's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Dad's going. Bird's going. Tractor Mike is up in the air. Not sure if he's going or not, but regardless, they're always a good time. So looking forward to that. Bert's watching on his 50-inch TV. Holy cow. I hope I'm not too scary on a 50-inch TV. So that's what's coming up. It's going to be a fun week. I'm going to try to get a few things caught up this week so we can get on the road, get down there. And as always, love going to Auburn Court Duesenberg. They have so much cool stuff there. Doug and Adam have become great friends. They open their doors to us, and it's worked out great going down there. It's been great for them. It's been great for me. And I think you guys have really appreciated, the opportunity to see some of that stuff that they've got in there. That is just, not exactly stuff you see at your local Sonic on a cruise night by any means. So I look even more like Johnny on a big screen. I don't know about that. But it's going to be fun. It's great to see your friends. It's going to be great to see some of you guys. Like I said, Dad's going, Bird's going. I'm hoping Tractor Mike can break free. It's obviously this time of the year is really tough for him. I talked to him yesterday, and he said he's doing okay on work, and he said it ain't a good possibility, but maybe a slight possibility that Tractor Mike might make it. So hopefully he can. It's going to be a great weekend. Looking forward to it. Howdy Doody's probably more accurate, Bill. But regardless, it's going to be good just to get out of town for a few days. Check out a bunch of cool rides, hang out with some of you guys, and have a good time. So anyway, like I mentioned, this week was bananas. You will definitely want to catch tomorrow night's video. It won't be a long video. It'll be a short information video. After I get this month, there's Tractor Mike right there. So hopefully things work out and Tractor Mike makes it, and we get him on some videos this week if he can sneak away and get to Tulsa with us. So that's always a good time. I'm hoping he can. I know he said it's kind of a long shot, but he said there's maybe a slight possibility. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Tractor Mike can get away and go with us too. All right. So tomorrow night's video, like I said, it won't be a big, a drawn out full walk around video on anything. It's going to be a recap video for the month of May. And like I said, you guys, I was thinking today, I never even posted anything. There's Rusty Okie on Facebook or anything about the gathering. I was like, man, I got to get that done. May completely got away from me. I bought more cars and trucks in May than I've ever bought in a month. Tractor Mike is a 50-50 shot at this point. So let's keep pulling that Tractor Mike can go to Tulsa and do some videos with us. Pretty good chance that hey, Tractor Mike, I did mention that hotel has a bar, right? I did tell you that. I want to make sure I didn't miss that. So, yep, I did get a haircut this week too. I did get that done. Speaking of the hotel having a bar, there's Alex. Come on, Mike. Yep. It's always a good time when Tractor Mike heads down and we go to and we catch an auction. So let's wow. 25% increase in the possibility of Tractor Mike going. But so like I said, I literally bought so many cars this month. I'm working on just a little compilation video. I've got some still pictures of some of this stuff. Going to talk about it a little bit. I will have the total number to reveal tomorrow night once I finish going through some paperwork. Say free beer? Well, I'll buy some of his beer if that'll help. You can't say you're going to buy all of Tractor Mike's beer because, well, maybe if we all pooled our resources, we could buy all the Tractor Mike's beer for a weekend at Meekum. But I mean, literally, some of these cars we were looking at them, making lists. Our good friend Glenn on here with us tonight. He had, how many did we get the other day? Glenn, 4, I think. Got 4 from Glenn on Friday. But been bananas. So I've got just some still shots that I'm going to stitch together for tomorrow night's video, talk a little bit about it, get the whole number put together. Cause like I said, never bought this many cars in a month. And not only was it just the cars, you got to remember, I was out of town 2 weekends of this month. One of those weekends was, when we were in Kansas City where I bought some killer memorabilia. The other weekend I was gone, Dad and I brought an entire pickup truck, or filled the entire back of the pickup with more parts at Lawrence. I bought that load of 250 hubcaps. So not only was it a record month for cars and trucks, I also bought Martin from Tucson's here with us. Loader Mike's here. You going, Loader Mike? You ought to go too. So I'll have the final count on cars and trucks, the parts from Lawrence, the hubcaps. 14 new pickup beds. I bought 14 new pickup beds this month. I don't know why it won't super chat, Uncle Shaggy. It always has before. They pop up occasionally. I don't know why it won't go through. I appreciate it if you can get them. I love it when you guys do it. Any 50s Ford, but these are all actually, believe it or not, Rusty Oak, this is all new stuff. They were just cheap, so I bought them anyway. Almost all of them are 15 to 23, but they were cheap, so I bought them. I'll line them up out there. They'll be old one of these days. So so just to give you an idea, And I did pick up some of them this week, but just to give you an idea of how crazy this month was, not counting the parts we just talked about. And I got to get the total number of cars put together, but I had a good month going anyway. I bought a lot of stuff the first few weeks of the month anyhow. I mean, I had a pretty good start to the month to start with. And that's why I got to go back and get a tally put together. But this week, from noon on Tuesday, there's dirty. From noon on Tuesday until 10 o'clock on Friday, when I was at Glenn's place, I bought 30. And like I said, that doesn't count the other 3 weeks of the month. So there's a lot of inventory coming in, guys. And I mean a lot of inventory coming in. A crazy amount of inventory coming in. I've got to rework my lists. Might run this auction all week. Yeah, I do need to. That's a good point, Big Job. It's a good night week. It's a good thing we had a long auction plan this week. I gotta replenish everything after that. The cash in my pocket, the checkbook. I mean, I torpedoed all of it. So anyhow, yeah, in 4 days I bought 30 cars, and I got to go through the rest of the month to see how many more I bought. And then I got to rework my list of what I need to haul in, because I think I had close to 30 of them at that were still on the list to pick up. So I'm pretty much got enough to haul the rest of the year, I think. But with that, I actually did bring a few cars in this week, not a lot. So we'll get some of that in new inventory. But you guys are definitely going to want to watch the video tomorrow night. Like I said, I got to get it all figured up. See, like I said, I didn't even take pictures of all this stuff this week. Some of this stuff was happening so fast, I didn't even get pictures of it. There's a couple of them local I may be able to go get a picture of tomorrow, just a quick snapshot to add into. It's just going to be kind of a scroll of still pictures of what I remember to take pictures of. But like I said, just a bananas week. A little bit of newer stuff like into the 90s. Like I bought like a 99 Dodge quad cab pickup this month, which they're, again, extended cab, short bed. It's wrecked, but that stuff is 25 years old now. A few, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, where's that stuff going to be if I don't grab it now? I bought a couple of like late 90s Grand Prix coupes, stuff like that. But by and large, most of it for sure, 75% of it or better is 80s on back. So the Dart could be a nice ride. That's for sure. That's actually that car Dad found. I hope you guys did catch the video on the little Dart that I posted Friday night. Big job and brings rollback. I can keep you busy. Yeah, I hope you guys caught the video on the Dart that Dad found. And believe it or not, I did right before I was jumping on. I seen Pete had commented how'd that word that find that in the storage unit. Well, believe it or not, Pete, you guys were parked right in front of it. All of you literally parked right in front of that car, and we did not even know it. That car had been sitting in one of Dad's storage units for like 8 years. I didn't even know it was there. I saw the car advertised and didn't know it was sitting in there because the pictures were somewhere else. So, yeah, the car was literally in Dad's storage unit. That was probably right where you parked, Pete. I mean, you parked in front of it. I mean, you literally parked all you guys literally parked right in front of it. So that's probably the shortest car we ever had to haul. It was, 60, 80 feet from the storage unit to the driveway. Yeah, and I didn't know it was there. Been in there for like 8 or 9 years, they said. So kind of crazy. So definitely catch tomorrow night's video. I'll have the tally put together some quick screenshots. Kind of fun. It's just cool that it's been a record week. Yeah, I need an intervention. That's good. You might have a point, Alex. I actually really can't say that you're completely wrong on that. I know this fly is really irritating me. Come here. Come here, little buddy. Where'd you go? I don't know if I got him or not. I guess we'll see here in a minute if he's zipping around again. Leo's looking to trade a bunch of his hunting stuff for a good truck. It's a 68 Dart Tudor hardtop. Yeah, it couldn't be much closer than under our nose, that's for sure. Yeah, no problem, Kevin. Not a big deal. So what did I pick up? I went and got a 63 Galaxy that I had spoke for a while back that I hadn't paid for, so I told him I'd come get that. I had a 65 Nova Tudor hardtop that I bought several months ago, and I kept telling the guy I'd come out and get it. I hadn't paid for it. I just told him I would take it. And I went out to the yard. Did it rain Wednesday? I think. It must have been Wednesday. It rained Tuesday night, I think. So I called this guy because he doesn't live where his cars are at. I said, "Are you going to be around out there today?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm headed out there right now." So I'll run out and get that Nova and get you paid for it and get it picked up. So I went out to get the Nova, but I didn't bring it home. I paid for it. We dug it out. I had to load another car. So I got that car, which we're going to get to that in just a second. Dirty just sold the 63 Galaxy. Whiskey, girlfriend killed a fly with a butter knife. Yeah, that would. You probably ought to keep that in the back of your head, Zach. That's something you might want to think about. When I went and saw Glenn had a great 83 Dodge pickup that I picked up, brought it back. But this other car that I didn't. Now the Nova's rough. It is a Tudor hardtop, 65 Nova Tudor hardtop, but it's rough. It's just a shell. There's some miscellaneous pieces left on it. No motor, no tranny, no rear, no doors. But it's still a 65 Nova Tudor hardtop. So, but he had this other car there that I just had to own. And I said, I'm going to pay you for both. I'm going to pay for the Nova and I'm going to pay for that one, but I'm loading that one up. So if you're a Chevy guy, this thing is off the charts. 1970 Chevrolet Kingswood Estate. Big, huge Kingswood Estate wagon. Wood grain. Luggage rack. 9-passenger. It is a Kingswood. Power steering. Air. Power disc brakes. Power seat. Tilt column. Cruise. I mean, this thing is off the charts loaded for a 70 Chevy station wagon. But wait, there's more. Yes, there is more, because under the hood of that Kingswood, it's packing a 454 with a 12-bolt out back. So it's neat. It's rough. It's been sitting for years, but the back windows broke out of it, and one, like the left rear door windows broke. But other than that, this thing is pretty much all there. So, yeah, I'm, like, really excited about that. I'd say, load up the family. Let's go to the Grand Canyon. Yep. So, it was exciting. So, now you guys can see why I left the 65 Nova Tudor hardtop to bring something else home. So, that's an exciting car. I can't wait to share that one with you. Though the family and the neighbors, that's true. So anyway, it's been, like I said, needless to say, it has been an extremely interesting week, to say the least. So, huge shout out to Glenn. He saved some good stuff for me. Didn't throw it in the shredder. Glenn runs a scrapyard and keeps an eye out for this stuff. So just like last week, Glenn, we've still got the van. I drive by the van at the yard, guys. I got to get the van cleaned out. It's got some junk in it because they hauled it in for scrap. There's an old lawnmower and some junk in there. But I got to get that out. I don't know if I'll get to it this week before we leave for Macomb or not. But this thing is, the van that Glenn found us last week is off the charts. We showed you a little snippet of the van from last week, the Wizard. So I guess we'll give you another snippet of the van. We showed you the Wizard last week. It's got a little troll guy on it too. Check out the troll. Yeah, this van that Glenn found for us, guys, off the chains. It is insane. So we showed you the Wizard. We showed you the troll. Here in a few weeks, we'll get the video. We'll get the video up on this thing. There's two snippets of the van. So Glenn has been definitely taking care of us, keeping an eye out for cool stuff. All right. Let's catch a promo model, some badges and caps, then let's give some stuff away. And let's keep moving. All right. Promo model. Something that, there again, Hudson badge. Tony's here with us. Kind of crazy to think that this stuff is getting old. But it's almost 30 years old, going all the way back to 1995. Stuff that's almost 30 years old. So, in the box, in the original AMT Ertl box, we have the 1995 Dodge Ram 2500 pickup. And I did already untie this one. We can see this still got the Swiss ties on it, but I've got it untied, ready to check out. In emerald green and silver. Two-tone, we can see the Ram 2500 on the door even. These earlier ones had the side moldings on them. Obviously still in the box, in great condition. It's crazy to think that it's a 30-year-old promo now. But still, you know, these trucks broke the mold. We've talked about them a lot in the past. We've done some magazine stuff on them. I've still got mine that I ordered right after I quit Chrysler. I've got an 02, the very, very last. In fact, Pete's got this one. In fact, mine was built within the last 30 days of production of this body style of truck. Oh, speaking of which, Pete, didn't you say you were selling some promos? I may have to have you bring me some to Tulsa. Hold that thought, Pete. If you're still selling promos, let me know in case there's something I don't have. I'll have you bring me some. Tailgate opens on this one. Still a Dodge. But this is, like I said, a 1995. The badges on it. A red extended cab from Twister. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it actually does not have a Cummins badge on it. It has a V10 badge on it. Two-wheel drive, regular front end, and no 4x4 badging on it anywhere. Does have the Dodge on the tailgate, but no 4x4 on the other side. So Alex says they were great pickups, and I can agree with that. Obviously, like I said, of course, I drove them for company trucks. I started in 97, but I didn't get a company car right away. It was later in 98 before I could order. So my first company car was a 99, 3/4 ton extended cab, 4-wheel drive Cummins with a 5-speed that was white. Basically the exact same thing I've got, only my 02 is burgundy, but it's extended cab, long bed, 4-wheel drive Cummins with a 5-speed. Yeah, wiring issues. But like I said, I didn't want to peel it all off after I unhooked it from the box. But there again, it's something that we need to be thinking about and be cognizant of, guys, in our hobby, that this stuff is getting old. And there are people that like it, especially a lot of younger kids. This stuff is old to them. They don't remember these trucks. This is something their dad drove or their uncle drove. That's where they have a tie to it. And that's what makes this hobby go around. So thinking about some of this stuff from this era is now getting old, and people are going to start fixing them. That's why I bought that quad cab short bed 99 here a few weeks ago, because these trucks are going to disappear from this era. Throwing Sparks had a 97 extended cab 4-wheel drive, dark green Sport. I remember those trucks well. Like I said, that stuff was, I dealt with them every single day. I started, actually June of 97, end of May. I don't remember exactly when we flew to Detroit, but it was, I graduated May of 97. So it was right at the end of May, 1st of June, when we flew to Detroit for our first week at Chrysler Technology Center before we went out in the field. And so I dealt with these trucks every day. They were just changing body styles when I got ready, shortly before I quit. But the new body style was out. But for the most part, these are the trucks I dealt with. That's why when I quit, I ordered my O2 that I've still got today. It's got 90,000 miles on a Cummins. I haven't driven it in 5 years, something like that. But obviously, I'm a fan of them. I worked around them with them and had a good time with them. It's just kind of crazy to think they're kind of getting old now. Mark's got to jump off. Mark, I'm glad you made it for a while tonight. Good to see you back. Hope all is well. And you know where to find us. Dirty bought the base 1500s for company trucks. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's all you needed for company trucks. So we'll slide this one back in the original box, and we'll put it away for later. Kevin's got 349 on his 0659. Lee from New York's here. Auburn badge. Let's catch a few badges and caps, and then let's give some stuff away. Starting off with a cap. Kind of an interesting one. From the Durant Motor Company. We've talked about Durant before. W.C. Durant. Billy Durant had founded General Motors, but had lost it twice. He started again in 1921 by setting up Durant Motors. The first of his new cars was the Durant, which was planned as an upmarket automobile. The first Durant in 1921 was a 35-horse four-cylinder model, and a 70-horse six-cylinder joined the line in 1922. In that year, nearly 22,000 Durant cars were sold, and production figures grew as Billy Durant widened his auto empire. In 1922, Billy Durant also introduced the Star as a low-priced entry to compete with the Model T. Obviously, we're all back on the American Auto Emblems page, which we go to every week for this cool stuff. Durant operated throughout the 20s, but after the stock market crash in 1929, the Durant was hit hard. Sales fell quickly, and it was all over by 1932. So Durant was only around for about 10 years, and in that time, they made this super killer grease cap. Check out the logo on this grease cap, kind of a gargoyle type thing. This is all cast into this grease cap. We can even see it in the back. I don't know if we can get the light right where you guys can actually see where all that was stamped into the back of this grease cap. It's kind of a heavier one. It's got a dual ridge on it here, internal threads like these usually have on this super cool Durant cap. It is a little bit smaller than some of these. It's only 2 1/4 across the hex on this Durant grease cap. But it is kind of a cool piece. Obviously nicely detailed. This one's really not too beat up. Obviously, it's definitely got some wear to the finish. Yeah, that's true, Michael. They made things to last back then. I mean, look at this thing. We know we're in 2024, and they only made Durants from 21 to 32. So we know that this is 100 years old or right at 100 years old. Nut Farm's going to lose it. Bert's trying to buy this. This one, I think, is the only one I've got. If I find another one, we'll sell it. But this is in my good box right now. But it is a great piece. Pete just found one last week. Sweet. I'd never seen one before, but of course I had one. So, but it is a cool piece. And there again, not only did they make them to last, Michael, but they cared about. I mean, this really was. We're talking 100-year-old technology, and it still looks this good today. So, kind of a neat piece. The next badge we're going to check out, this thing is really neat. Something from our friends at Oldsmobile. This is off the front, very front edge of the hood on a 1948 Oldsmobile. Check this thing out. Round badge, had the ornament on top, had this right on the front of the hood. It is kind of V'd, and we can see where it was notched to clear the molding. It is a pot metal badge, stud mount. This is all original. I mean, the chrome looks great on this thing. No chips or breaks. The red and the gold and the Oldsmobile badge even looks good. This badge is about 3.5 in diameter. So you definitely noted this big, heavy chrome badge right on the front peak of the hood of a 48 Oldsmobile. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, Alex. That is impressive. And that's right, Adam. Pride. They definitely took pride in their work. It almost could be a belt buckle, Leo. It's kind of about that size. Other than the V would make it a little tricky. But it is pot metal, obviously stud mount, just bolted literally the right to the front edge of the hood. But all this detail, all these lines, all this all cast in it. Nice chrome. It's a good looking piece. There again, this thing's 76 years old and still looks this good. So anyway, that's what we've got for badges and caps. The Durant grease cap, as well as the 1948 Oldsmobile front hood badge. Let's put those off the side. Then we're going to catch an old car that Dad used to have years ago. Put on a chain belt. There you go. First class stuff. Thanks, Alex. Glad you liked it. I always try to keep things interesting for you guys. I think you know that. Tony bought an old Edelbrock Pro Ram, an old school tunnel ram. That's kind of funny. You don't see people using those much anymore. That is neat. Hudson badge. But digging through the archives, through the old scrapbooks of cars that Dad had years and years ago. In fact, I think I'm in one of these pictures. This is a car I don't remember. I think this one was a quick flip, like we've talked about a lot on here. Back when I was really young, Dad was flipping a lot of cars. That's how he made extra money. He was working on the line at a Buick Cadillac dealer, but did a lot of cars at home for quick flips. This car I don't remember, but apparently I didn't know about it because I think I'm in this picture. So, yeah, I never thought of it that way, Glenn. That's a good point. Tunnel rams did ruin a lot of good hoods. On this 1969 Pontiac Bonneville four-door hardtop. Now, there again, these pictures are kind of yellowed, but this is probably 1976, 77. So when you put it into perspective, and that happened on old pictures. They did kind of discolor. They did kind of yellow. So this car was probably a quick flip. I don't know what Dad did to it. Like I said, I don't really remember it. But I was around. As evidenced by the last picture. I'm pretty sure that was me. Right there. Probably 2 or 3 years old. And there again, that little single car garage is where it all happened. It's crazy to think about in today's world. So many people have, lifts in their garages and at least something to work in. And that's literally where this all started, was right there in that single car garage. Everything that we do today, everything that we've got, the restored cars that a lot of you guys saw, both mine and Dad's, the shops, the yard. I mean, it all started right there. Every bit of it started right in that single car garage. No, he doesn't know what I'm pulling out. However, he thinks he's got a box of paperwork on a lot of these cars too. So we're going to try to get that dug down here. He thinks it's up in the attic of his shop. It was a quick flip, and it was a 428 car. Okay, I couldn't tell if it had a 428 grill emblem on it or not. So, so I'm hoping here within the next week or two, we're only about 10 pages into that scrapbook, which is this thick. We'll be able to find some of the records of maybe what he paid for it, where it came from, what he did to it on some of these cars. And if we find that, we may have to go back to some of those ones we've already looked at, and go through some of that. So that's going to be fun too. So, but no, he doesn't know what I'm pulling out until I pull it out. So that's what we've got for tonight. 69 Bonneville, 4-door hardtop, 428. From when I was probably 3. I mean, I was probably 3 or 4. I mean, I'm standing up there pretty much, top of the door. So I'm probably 3 or 4. So that would have put that in 70, probably 78. Probably 1978. I bet, or that's winter. Could have been like maybe winter of 77 going into 78, probably somewhere in that area, maybe. I guess we can kind of date it to that. So that's what we've got for story time tonight. Which, yeah, I've got one 428, Tony. I've still got one of them stashed. Let's give some stuff away, guys. What do you think of that? Everybody ready to give some stuff away? Let's give some stuff away. All right. Obviously, we're going to give away the mobile pump plate. We've got the mobile can. We've got some other stuff. But who's in? Who got in this week? Who is in the big Buick oil can as of right now? Now, we've read through it every week. This is just this week's entries. Hold on. We got ads coming. Let me kill these ads. Tony Napoli, Big Job, Tweedly D, Lee Carr, Rusty Okie, Kenny Peterson, and Zach Thompson. Those were the entries from this week. Tony's here. Throwing Sparks. We actually had a 65 2+2 convertible that I sold when I bought my first parts store. It was a project that never had gotten anywhere and probably never would. But the 65 2+2, as we've talked about on here before, is by far one of my favorite all-time cars. I love 65 2+2s. 66s are good as well, but I'm definitely a 65 fan. One of the first cars I ever fell in love with. Some people over by Topeka, Kansas, had a 65 2+2 hardtop. But that 65 convertible, I said it was a project car, but it never got anything done with it. Ended up selling it when I bought the first parts store. Ended up going to Sweden. So that's who's in. If you think you're in or thought you were in and I didn't read your name from this week, be sure to get with me so we can get it squared up for next month's raffle. Now, before we get going here, let me get everything out. Our third prize actually tonight donated by Charles. So let's give a shout out to Charles Fitz for donating a prize for tonight's raffle to go along with this stuff. So we're going to get all this stuff rounded up. Then we're going to start yanking names out of the big Buick oil can. All right, guys, let me grab this stuff. We've got the porcelain pump plate. This is original porcelain. We've got this other mobile sign, basically, that was a can that was cut open. This was like a 5-quart can or a gallon, 5-quart can that somebody cut and flattened out, obviously in beautiful condition, but this was a can that has been flattened out. Actually, it was the same size as the big Buick oil can, believe it or not. Because this is 5-quart, I believe. Yep. So this was the same size as this originally. So we've got this. Now, Charles has donated an Armor All kit. Charles wanted to donate this for the raffle this month, a full Armor All detailing kit. Now, on this is a sealed bucket. It still has the seal on it. You can see right here. However, this stuff funks in there. I will have to break the seal so I can pack paper around all this to ship it. So it is sealed. It is a sealed full kit now, but this will be open by the time you get it so I can stuff newspaper around everything so it doesn't funk in shipping. So please bear that in mind. So that's what we've got. Huge shout out to Charles for helping out with this month's raffle. Let's give some stuff away. Are we ready? The first name out of the Big Buick Oil Can for this month. Dennis Chapman. All right. I'm going to assume you want the porcelain sign, but so let me keep my notes straight. Let's mark the pump plate to Dennis. I assume that's what you want, Dennis. You want the porcelain sign, correct? Just want to make sure, but yeah, okay, perfect. Some of this other stuff's pretty nice, but that's still an original porcelain sign. So, okay, let's yank another name out. Dennis is out. Dennis is already a big winner tonight. Let's get another name out of here. Okay, I think I'm down to one. What do we got? Zach Thompson. All right, Whiskey Business. You want the can, the Armor All? Which one do you want, Zach? Can. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. That thing's a beauty. I mean, that's original paint. It's a beauty. All right, let's give away the Armor All kit. Zach again. Got to yank another one. Zach didn't get in till this week, but he got serious about the project when he got in this week. So let's yank another name out because you can only win once on the big drawing. Tweedledee. Tweedledee on the armor all. All right. Congratulations to our winners. Now, we've been doing this sometimes. We haven't done it every time, but to start off the new raffle, detail kits always come in handy. So huge shout out to Charles for donating that. Let's yank one more name so we can kick off the next raffle. The next name out of the can, as long as it isn't Dennis, Zach, or Tweedledee, we'll get 10 entries into the June raffle. The June raffle is going to be exciting, guys. Let's yank one more name. What do you think? One more name for 10 entries into the June raffle. Zach, Tweedledee, and Dennis are out, so let's see if we got a different name here. Yes, Rusty Okie. Rusty Okie. So Rusty Okie is going to get 10 entries into the new raffle. Okay. Now, I hope you guys are still enjoying the raffles. They're a lot of fun. I enjoy doing them, and it's exciting. At least I think it's exciting, and it's a lot of fun. So, let's y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. All ready for next month. On with the new one. Okay. So you guys, obviously, we just gave away some great stuff. We had a ton of fun. You guys, I assume you're ready to hear what we're going to give away in June. Am I correct? We want to know what you guys want to know what we're going to do. Pete's ready for next month. Alex here. Who won the raffles, Alec? Dennis Chapman, Zach Thompson, Tweedledee, and then Rusty Okie got the starter entries into next month. Perfect, Tony. Yep, no problem. In fact, I've got some donated stuff we're going to sell tonight. That's awesome, Tony. Okay, everybody's ready for the June raffle. What are we going to give away in June? I don't know what we're going to give away in June. I have no clue what we're going to give away in June. You know why? Because you're going to get to pick it. I had a whole new idea. So, all right, I'm going to lay this on you guys. Big Job's already confused. All right, here's going to be the June raffle. Rusty Okie has entries into he has no idea. Alex likes the idea. One of the 30 cars. Here's my idea. The first name that comes out of the Big Buick oil can next month will get 2 auction golden tickets. 2 golden tickets for any July auction. The second name out of the can will get 1 golden ticket for any July auction. And the third name will get a 50% off ticket for any auction item in July. So, Chad Wonka. So, whoever the first name has will have 2 tickets, 2 auction items that they want throughout the month of July. They will get for free. Second name will get 1 golden ticket. So, and we all know whoever has the golden ticket, if I hold up a hubcap they want, they're probably going to bid $500 on it. But hey, that's part of it. And here's going to be kind of the stipulations. I'm so far we're getting a lot of great response. So good. I'm glad you guys like the idea. I thought it would be something cool and new, a fun way to mix it up. So basically, here's the way I see this happening. The raffle will go as normal. The bonus drawings throughout the month of June. I've got two items that Charles donated that we're going to work into the bonus raffles. But most of the bonus drawings throughout the month of June will be 10% coupons. So, since we got extra Zach out here, I'll use one of Zach's. We pull Zach's name out on June 16th for a bonus. That will be a 10% coupon for any auction item. It's called the Wonka raffle. Tractor Mike needs more alcohol to understand. I've been eating too many Wonka bars. So we're going to be giving 10% coupons in the bonus drawings. And then 2 golden tickets for the winner, 1 golden ticket for the second place, and then a 50% coupon for the third place. Now, the 10% coupons, if you get 3 of them throughout the month and you want to save them up so you get a 30% off, you can do that. You can use any of the bonus drawings throughout the month of June or July. The 3 winners need to be used in July. I just don't want to get into, December 14th and say, oh, I think I still got a coupon to use. No, I don't want to do that. So all of the bonus coupons will need to be used by the end of July, just because I don't want to drag it out. So sometimes math doesn't work after a drink or 5. That's why I got to stick with water, guys. You guys can have fun. I got to keep on the water so I can keep talking and kind of maybe keep this stuff straight. But I am glad. I mean, it was nothing but great ideas on both sides of the screen here. So I'm glad you guys are excited about it. I thought that would be a really cool way to shake it up. We've got some amazing stuff coming for the July raffle as well. Z-Bear is doing some killer stuff for us. Can't wait to get that. So we've got some amazing raffles coming up. And I'm glad you guys like this. I thought, what would be a better way than to just let you pick your prize? You literally will get to pick your prize. So, and as always, if you guys got any questions and definitely if you think of any potential snags, let me know. Bring them up next week. I want this to work smooth. I want it to be fun. And because that's the whole purpose of this, is to have fun and have a good time. Heather is not part of any auction, so therefore will not be eligible to be purchased with a golden ticket. Glad you like the Dart, Michael. That is a great car. So there's Pappy. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Hope you like it. Hope it works out. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And you never know what's going to happen. Some of those things may get interesting in the auction. If somebody really wants it and somebody's got a golden ticket, it could get interesting. Gray Kitty. Gray Kitty. Hey, are you part of the raffle? Gray Kitty. I must have disturbed her. She twitched her ears at me. That's a great idea. Tractor Mike should sing the Oompa Loompa song. There we go. So, that being said, I'm excited about it. I'm glad you guys are excited about it. The golden ticket will pay for your auction. If there's something that you want, as soon as you win the bid, you can say, I want to use my golden ticket. And then you get, if you buy something and it's $80 and you say, I want to use my golden ticket, scratch it out and I put it in a box and ship it to you. If you have 50% off when you buy a piece, as soon as you win a piece, say, I want to use my 50% off. Or if you've got one of the 10% coupons, or like I said, if you want to use, if you buy enough chances and you get drawn 10 times in bonuses, you could get a free one that way. So, yeah. So whoever the winners are, whether it is the 10% ones, whether it is the 50%, whether it's a full golden ticket, as soon as you win an auction, you just say, I want to use my golden ticket, and I will mark it on the auction pad that you're using your golden ticket, and it's yours. That is your raffle winning. So, okay, what do we got going on here? Addie says, make sure we paint Mike orange. Pappy had surgery on his left hand. Well, I hope you're doing better, Pappy. Negatory Red Rider says Tractor Mike on singing. Better than Wonka bars. So, okay, let's see. What do we got going here? Yeah, Tractor Mike. Actually, Tractor Mike can't, well, he sings. I'm not going to say he can't carry a tune in a bucket, but you can't say he can't sing. I bet I don't have that on here. It was, gosh, I bet that was 4 or 5 years ago. He is a dancing fool. Man, I got to see if I can find that. Y'all want to see Tractor Mike do Baby Got Back? Oh, yeah. I've seen Tractor Mike do Baby Got Back. Wasn't pretty, but I've seen him do it. Actually, it really wasn't very pretty at all, but I have seen him do it. Let's get ready to auction some stuff off, guys. Let me get after a case of beer, he does Baby Got Back. Okay, let me get regrouped. Let's get ready. You guys ready for auction stuff? Car wrecks. That's true. We may run some people off with that one. Zach says we definitely need to see that. The names were changed to protect the guilty. Yeah, and that's more like it because there wasn't anybody innocent. It was definitely changed to protect the guilty. Let me get regrouped here, guys, and then let's dig into an extended night of auctions. Like I said, close to 100 pieces laying here, so I've got a really wide variety. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff. We're going to have a ton of fun with it. Just a reminder, you guys might want to hit refresh as I'm getting ready. Hit refresh, get everything up to date, up to speed, so we can dive into some auction stuff. Okay. Let me see what we missed here. Not too much. Or it might gain some viewers. 2024, it might fit right in. True. Okay. Tony's watching Gashers all weekend. That's not a bad way to spend the weekend either. We'll start off with some paper stuff, a few cheaper auctions, kind of get things rolling here. And we'll kind of, that way everybody can kind of get a feel for where things are at, where their bids are. As always, I will read all the bids as I see them on the first 3 or 4 things, just so you guys can kind of get an idea what you're seeing versus what I am seeing. As always, we will hold up an item. We will check out that item. We will talk about that vehicle. We will point out any potential damage on that piece. We may give you some dimensions on it so you have an idea what we're talking about. After we get done with that description, and as we're doing the description, if you're interested in something, be sure to go ahead and throw it out there. There's number 1. I didn't get a free haircut. We will put it on a 2-minute timer. I will have the timer on my cell phone right here at the corner of the computer so I can keep an eye on it. And then as we will go 2 minutes. Entries are $1 a piece. If you send $5, you're in there 5 times. We will go 2 minutes. Hold on, we got ads coming. Okay, I think I got them. I will tell you when we get to the 1 minute mark. I will also tell you when we get to the minute 30 mark. When we get to the minute 30 mark, be thinking about your maximum bid. Everybody has a delay. Your delay will depend on your internet provider as well as whether you're on a TV, smartphone, tablet, iPad, computer. That all affects it. So when I tell you a minute 30's passed, it's time to be thinking about your maximum bid. So, what the heck? Shipping's included in everything tonight. This one toy, we're going to have to just make sure it brings like $20 so I can cover the shipping on it at least. Shipping's included in the 48 states. Non-U.S. buyers, if you want to play, you're more than welcome to. You just have to get me paid in U.S. funds, as well as be able to, and you will have shipping out of the U.S. just because this thing feeds itself, and it's not feasible to spend a fortune shipping 1 or 2 packages out of the country because then it torpedoes the entire project. So we'll go ahead and get started. As always, you got any questions, throw them up there. If you're interested in something, really not sure what's going on, but you want to go ahead and play along, that's perfectly fine as well. And even if you're still not sure, give me a call tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Check, money order, Western Union, PayPal, friends and family. That's all fine. So if you got any questions, you're not sure what happened, but you want to play along, go ahead and throw a bid out there. Call me tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and get started. Leo's already ready to go. He's already bidding $10. Let's start off, like I said, we'll start off with some paper, some cheaper stuff, kind of get things rolling. How about a map bundle? We actually haven't done any maps in a while. And there again, there's been so many boxes piled up in here that I'm digging through some of them. And I'm actually kind of finding some cool stuff that's been in here for like 6 months buried. So, and that's kind of what the deal was with these maps. It's a 4-map bundle, starting off with 60s era Phillips 66 Texas. Texaco, Western Canada, dated September 1948, which is kind of crazy that it actually has a date on it of 1948. The old school circle and star. The Western United States from Paraland. It looks like probably a 40s or early 50s era map. And an Esso, New York. This is also marked 1947. This is probably, yeah, then based on the picture, I would say that's definitely probably correct. So a pretty nice map bundle to start us out with. Leo starting us off at 10. You're getting all 4 maps, one-shot deal. We've got Leo at 10, and let's get this thing rolling. See if anybody else wants to jump in there and play a Leo. Alex at 15. Zach, 16. X-Ray Dean, 17. Devin at 20. Alex at 20. I had Devin first on my end, but we're probably not done anyway. Yeah, Pearland is kind of an odd brand. Like I said, there's some pretty cool maps in here. Alex, 22. X-Ray, 24. Yep, they are cool, Glenn, that's for sure. One minute gone. 1 minute left to go. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Is that a 30, Leo? I'm not sure if that's a 30, Leo, or if you bump something. So be sure to let me know. We're about running out of time. Alex, 25. We got a feed issue there, Leo, and we're running out of time. And that does it. Alex at 25. I'm not sure where you were at that with that, Leo, so I didn't know what to put you in at. So I had Alex at 25. So something must have got screwed up on your feed there, Leo. There's Zach at 31, but Alex at 25 is who I had at the 2 minute mark. All right, let's catch a few more paper pieces here real quick. And then we'll move on to some plates. This is another bundle. This first one is Standard Power Notes and Figures from 1970. All kinds of information about Standard Oil and their fuels. And the calendar in it is from 1970. And there is kind of some neat information in here. So Leo started us off at 10 again. With the standard brochure, you're going to get 3 issues of the Ford Times from 1959, August, October, and November. These are all from the Reynolds Motor Company, Norman, Oklahoma. Glenn at 15. Now, remember, guys, these don't have a lot of car stuff in them. These are kind of a news magazine type thing. They do have a little bit of car stuff in them. Obviously, we see the new 60 Fords coming out in this one. But there's a little bit of the 60 Falcon. But this is, there are cars in here. But these are not just strictly car stuff. So, 3 issues of the Ford Times from 1959, as well as the Standard Power Notes. Now, I have not seen that, Weston. Okay. Glenn at 15. Let's get this thing going and on the timer. Yeah, they are cool, Leo. They are neat little magazines. Glenn at 15 on the whole handful. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Glenn at 15. Minute 30's gone, 30 seconds left to go. Glenn at 15. Oh, we had a few more Ford fans on here than this. Leo, 16. Austin at 17. Okie at 18. Couple seconds left. Rusty Okie at 18. Austin at 20. And that does it. Austin at 20. Okie came back at 2:01. Austin at 20 is who got it done just barely because Rusty Okie was shooting again, but it came in a second too late. All right, let's catch a license plate. Kind of start working our way into some plates. We got a lot of cool plates tonight. We got a lot of cool everything, actually. We've done a few of these in the past. They're always fun. And still got some other various years to go on these ham radio plates. This one's 1974. Condition looks like almost not even used. The back of it looks beautiful. It's kind of an orangey red with white letters. Standard size 12x6 plate. But you can still see the shine on this thing. It was used. If you look close, you can see down here where the screw holes were at on it. Tractor Mike at 10. Alex at 15. But obviously was used for a short time and has been well stored ever since for 50 years. So, man, we can check out the shine on that thing. All right, let's get this thing rolling. Tractor Mike at 20. Zach at 25, Whiskey Business. Taking away Whiskey Business at 25. And everything's just kind of went quiet. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Devin at 26. Minute 30's gone, 30 seconds left to go. I would guess so, Pete. Alex would know more about that. Alex is a ham radio operator, so he would probably have a little more insight to that. Devin at 26. Ticking away, coming out of the wire. Just about ready to wind this one down. Devin at 26. And that did it. Devin at 26. Dirty had a 30 in there. Just a little bit too late. Michael had a 27 over here. So Devin at 26. Barely. Devin got lucky on that when there were two shots in there, one on each system that were too late. let's get this stuff moved out of the way. This neck thing's kind of bulky. This thing's been laying here for a long time. Been trying to decide what to do it. I'm going to sell to you guys as long as it's got to bring like 20 or 25 bucks just to cover the shipping on it. But it's a toy, and it's cool. We've looked at it on Toy Tuesday probably a year ago. It's been laying around. I've done nothing with it. It needs to be in one of your guys' collections. What we've got is the Montgomery Ward Sport and Stock from 1967. Now, there are no cars in here. This is just the track stuff. So, no cars. Please bear that in mind. It's got pictures of the cars. There are no cars in here. This is just basically a parts setup. It is, was it dated? Yeah. 1967, Eldon Industries. And I'll show you what's in here. Maybe. Why won't this thing slide out of here? Oh, it's got one piece of track that flipped up and caught the box. That's what happened. Okay. So this is what's here. There's one of the old controllers. Speed control. Guardrail, track. I mean, it's kind of a display piece at this point with no cars in it. But it's a cool box. Got a power pack thing, whatever that means. Is it HO style cars? I don't know what it is. Whatever this says. These are the cars you could get for it. So, somebody get me in the 20s just to cover shipping on it, and we'll let it fly. So, it's track cars popular in the 60s. So anyway, that's kind of what is there. Miscellaneous track pieces. I think, no, they're both controllers are there. And Alan's going to do 20 on it. Let's get it rolling. It's worth that to sit on the shelf because it's cool. That's kind of why I got it, and I've never done anything with it. So, Alan at 20. Tractor Mike at 21. Tractor Mike's got a lot of toys. It would look good there, too. I'm going to try to get this thing back in the box. Sport and Stock Road Race Set, Tractor Mike at 21. Dennis at 30. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Sam's here. I think these weren't 124 scale. These would have to be smaller than that. Travis has made it tonight. Good to see you, Travis. Dennis at 30. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Dennis at 30. About ready to wind this one down. Few seconds left. Dennis Chapman at 30 on the Sport and Stock Road Race set. And that does it. Dennis at 30. Todd S had a 30 in there too. That must have, mistype. I said that must have been hung up there a long time because Dennis 30 been up there for a bit. All right, Devin, was that plate the first thing you bought? I don't remember shipping to you before. If so, congrats on that. If that was your first buy. All right, let me get this thing out of the way. I tell you what, we're going to do something else here real quick. We're going to slide one in before we get into anything else. Man, I've always had a golden ticket. John's got to switch to a laptop. Yeah, maybe so. When I went and saw our good friend Glenn, not only does Glenn keep an eye out for us on cars, big supporter of the show, big participant in the auctions. When I got there to see him Friday, Glenn handed me this box. And he said, sell this stuff. I said, okay, Glenn, what do you want to do with it? He handed me this box of toys, and he said, sell them for Pioneer Village. So we'll work these in over the next several weeks. We're going to do one real quick tonight. Actually, I think we'll do these two pieces together tonight. And then we'll work through some of these other trucks for Pioneer Village, courtesy of our good friend Glenn. So, proceeds from this box will be marked for the Pioneer Village file for the car adoptions next year. So, mark these Pioneer Village. And these are all Tonkas. We've got, this one's a Tootsie. So we're going to do two of these small ones together. First off, kind of similar to some of these other trucks we've been doing, a little tandem axle 70s era Tonka. As well as a little Tootsie van, a little Tootsie delivery van. 70s era as well. This one is similar to the ones we've been doing. This is about 4.5 inches long. Leo at 10. And this is about 3 3/4 inches long. So we're going to sell the pair of these small ones together. We've got some medium-sized ones that we'll sell by themselves. Going in the Pioneer Village bucket, courtesy of our good friend Glenn. Let's roll with it. Leo at 10. Oh, speaking of Pioneer Village, I did send Will an email this week inquiring about the hotel, if that is a possibility of it being open this year. Oh, I got to skip ads. Hold up. I got to skip some ads. Okay, I think I got them. Leo at 10. So I did send that email to Will to see if there is going to be a possibility the hotel may be open this year, or if we're going to next year, if it's going to be next year before it's open, to see if it's a possibility of possibly having a group gathering at Pioneer Village. So Leo at 10. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. You're going to get them both. It's kind of tricky holding both these things because they keep wanting to flop. Zach, Whiskey Business at 11. A minute 30's gone, 30 seconds left to go. Adam at 12. Mark at 13. We're running out of time, but I've got Mark at 13 with a few seconds left to go. X-Ray at 14. Zach at 15. And that got it done. Zach at 15. So a good start. We still got several trucks in there to sell. Probably going to take care of a decent chunk of an adoption, hopefully, by the end time we get through this box. So thanks to Glenn for helping out with that. All right, we'll put this box back, grab some more stuff. All right. And Glenn wants to match it. Glenn just wants to keep helping. It's amazing what you guys are willing to do. All the help and support from all you guys, all the work that went into the gathering, all the support you guys do here, it's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. Let's have a Hudson badge. Haven't done a grease cap yet tonight, have we? Let's catch one of those. And we're working up to some really cool stuff. We got great all kinds of stuff tonight. First grease cap of the night. We've done a few of these, but not very many. These aren't real common. I think we have sold a few over the last several months on a Maxwell. This one is whammied over here by the M, but still very clear, easy to read. This is a smaller cap, so I'm wondering if it is an earlier cap. Outside diameter, this thing's only 2 7/8 on the whole thing, and about 2 on the hex. But a nice font. Nut Farm at 25 on the Maxwell across here. Clean on the inside, on the back. Internal thread on the cool little Maxwell grease cap. Let's get this thing rolling. Nut Farm at 25. Alex at 35. Nut Farm at 40. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Alex at 43. Yeah, it's a pretty unique one. It really is. Like I said, it's got the whammy over here by the end, but I mean, you can still read it. It's nice and clear. In fact, it might, I think it's aluminum. You could probably even polish that baby up. Alex at 43. Nut Farm 44. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Nut Farm at 44. Zach, Whiskey Business 51. Alex at 45, but Zach's got a 51, and then we're about out of time. Pete at 52 as it went to 2-0-0. Holy cow. And Zach came back, but it was two. There was no way to recover from that because it was rolling to 2-0-0 when Pete's 52 came through. Chris is here. Okay, let's do another one of these funky old wrenches. Something else we've been having a ton of fun with. This from the Erie Company, which I think was a buggy. We've done some Erie stuff before. And this is a heck of a wrench, guys. I'm not really sure what to think of this thing. It is unique. It is definitely something for your man cave because nobody's going to know what the heck you've got with this thing. The 7307D Erie wrench. That was a good buy. That was dirt cheap. Check this thing out. Some sort of a buggy wrench. Easily got to be well over 100 years old. It is. Burt at 15. 7 3/4 long by 3 1/8. 7 3/4, 3 1/8. Burt at 15. Let's get this baby on the timer. And here we go. It does kind of look medieval. It's got a tag on it. It just says Erie 7307, which is exactly what it says on the wrench. So the tag doesn't really elaborate much. It just basically has it marked for what it was. Definitely the original 4-in-1. There's no doubt about that. Burt at 15. Waffle maker, there you go. Sounds great, Zach. Glad you were here. You sure you want to miss the rest of the night? Yeah, you probably don't want to miss the rest of the night, but that's true. Notch and handle. Chris, 24. Beer can opener. Good idea. 1 minute gone. 1 minute left to go. Chris at 24. Nut Farm at 25. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Nut Farm at 25. Lug nut remover, attitude adjustment. Yeah, that would thump somebody on the head. Nut Farm at 25 was coming in with a few seconds left to go. Getting ready to wind this one down. And that does it. Nut Farm at 25. Okay, I got several killer caps tonight. The first one we're going to start off, it's a little bit rough, but it's kind of cool. Not one you see very often, even though it is kind of banged up. On this Plymouth with the ship on it. This is, I'm guessing, around a 40. Now, it's obviously pretty banged up, but you can still make out the ship on it, which is super cool. Nice and shiny, just banged up in the middle. The back of it is rusted out, so this is just a display piece. But it is really unique with the ship in. It does still have some of the original red paint on it. This is a little bit smaller. This one's about a 9-inch cap. Most of these we typically do are around 10. And like I said, we got a lot of cool caps tonight, kind of starting off with this one a little bit rougher around the edges. We got some really cool stuff we're going to work into here shortly. So where are we at on the Plymouth cap? Or maybe nobody likes the Plymouth cap. Maybe it's too rough. Let's see. Where are we at? I got nothing on the Plymouth cap. So maybe we throw the Plymouth cap in with some more caps. Nut Farm's 10. Okay, I was like, surely somebody's got something on this thing. All right, here we go. Nut Farm at 10. Alex already has this one, so that would make sense for him. All right, we're rolling away on this one. I'm looking around at what we got to do next. Yeah, we got some cool stuff. We need to get a can next. Leo at 12. We'll get a can next. I got some more cool toys. Bill Discs here. That's true. I bet the horn button that went with this thing was pretty amazing. Alex at 20. Nut Farm at 15. I've got Alex at 20. Just past that 1 minute mark. A little under a minute left to go. And there are some rerun stuff in here tonight, guys, too. So there's a few things you probably have seen before when we get to it. Because the next piece, I think, was a rerun piece. Alex at 20. A minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Alex at 20. Kevin at 32. Just about ready to wrap this one up. Kevin at 32. And that's going to do it. Kevin Brown at 32. Yeah, doors should all be the same, Chris. All right, let's catch an emblem. This one, I believe this one was a rerun. It's kind of a neat piece, though. And then we're going to start working in some. Oh, hey, how about a Gray Kitty? We're going to work in a Gray Kitty. Come here. Gray Kitty. You going to come say hi? You going to come say hi? You don't do all this stuff on the floor, do you? Come here. Come here. Come here. You can come say hi. Come here. Come here, goofball. Let's come say hi to everybody. Yes. You gonna come say hi? Say hi. Say, I'm Gray Kitty. I'm Gray Kitty and I'm a nobody. Yes, you're Gray Kitty and you're a nobody. All right. You're purring. You must be happy. You ready to go sit back down? Okay. Shirts. These I have, but I'm about out of. I reordered large and extra large last year. So large and extra large, I've probably got 10 left. Medium, 2X, and 3X, I'm down to 1 or 2 a piece, depending on what size you need, Devin. These I've got, the new shirts are being designed. So, okay. 5X, that I don't know. I would have to check. All right, this is a rerun on a Buick Tri-Shield. Let's knock this out real quick, then I'm going to go grab another batch of stuff. Red, white, and blue Buick Tri-Shield. Looks like it probably came out of a grill emblem, would have had a circle around it. But a good-looking emblem that still has decent colors. Two 3/8 by about 3.5 tall. Bird at 14. Just a nice looking, good looking little badge with the colors in, especially if you're a Buick fan. Let's get this done real quick, and then I'm going to get a new pile of stuff up here. Bert's at 14, and let's roll on the timer. It's that era, Glenn. It's definitely early 60s, but it is not 60 because the 60 did not have a plastic insert. It was all metal and it was painted. I've got 156 Plymouth, and I don't think that car ever had side mirrors. It was the cheapest 56 Plymouth I think they ever made. Mark at 20. Yeah, I don't know where Buick Man is tonight. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Bert, 24. Mark, 25. Bert, 26. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go on the cool little Buick badge. Coming down to the end of this one, Bert at 26. And that does it. Bert's Adventures at 26. All right. Let me move all this stuff and grab a new pile. right, guys. Kind of trying to keep things organized here. Lots going on. Let's catch a horn button. We've been having a lot of fun with these. I got some great ones tonight. How about something for our Studebaker fans? This horn button came out really slick. I've got a lot of them, Chris. Most of what I've got left is going to need a little bit of work on the lower skin. The bottoms are in them. But I would just have to go through and see what I had left for complete ones. How about something for our Studebaker Hawk fans? Check out this one. Check this baby out. Check out the depth of the hawk in this thing. Black with a silver hawk in it. Yeah, structurally they're good. So, yeah, this is a good looking piece. Let me give you a dimension on this one. 2 7/8, so just a hair under 3 inches. We can see the back where it's all cast into the plastic. Tractor Mike at 10. Alex at 25. Nice shine on it. Good looking piece. Let's get this baby on the timer and get rolling. Tractor Mike, 27. Yep, it's a good looking piece, that's for sure. Like I told you guys, the horn buttons and the badges and the ornaments I got in this box, that's stuff at Lawrence Swap, boxes of stuff at Lawrence Swap Meet. I paid a fortune for it, but man, there's some great stuff in here. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Alex at 30. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Alex at 30. Coming out of the wire, about ready to wrap this one up. Alex at 30. And that does it. Alex at 30. Nice piece for 30 bucks. All right, let's catch a plate. Or no, let's catch a can, and then we'll get a catch a cap, and then a plate. This next can's a little rough. It's rough and it's rusty, but it's super unique. I found 2 of them. I kept one. I'm going to sell one. One that I wasn't familiar with, and you guys may not even want this. It may be too rough. But it's definitely an odd duck. I don't know much about them, but it's an odd duck. Phillips Trop Arctic in blue. But like I said, it's got a lot of rust along the bottom, even rust out. The other one I got wasn't much better than this, but I didn't have one. Leo at 10. It's just so unique with that blue color. Was punched at the top on this Phillips Trop Arctic motor oil. Like I said, it's rough. I'm not going to tell you it's not, but at least up here it looks pretty good. It's got a good shine over here on the blue, and it's definitely an odd duck and something a little bit different. So let's get this thing rolling out. Leo started us off at 10, and maybe that's it. I don't know. It's kind of a rough can, but it's different and it's odd. And like I said, I didn't have one, so I bought them even though they were rough. So we'll see what happens. Yep, I definitely remember them being gold. In fact, Trop Arctic typically was gold. That's why I thought it was super weird that this thing was blue. Randy's here. That was my deal, Kenny. It's rough, but I hadn't seen it. So I bought both of them, and I kept one and threw one up here. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Leo at 10. That's all we got on it. Rough but odd. Maybe that's it. Minute 30's gone. 30 seconds left to go. Leo at 10. That's all we got. Getting ready to wind this one down. Leo at 10. That's all we got. Austin at 11. Leo at 12. Pete at 12. Austin at 13. And that does it. Austin at 13. Still a pretty cool piece for that, even though it is rough. Let's catch another hubcap. This one's kind of dented up, but it is original paint. Something for our Chevy fans. Check this baby out. Original paint, old Chevy pickup cap from the 60s. Dented up some down here and down here, but to hang on your wall in your man cave, good looking cap. Back of it, light surface rust, but it is all original paint. Leo at 10, Bert at 15. 10 and 5/8. X-ray at 17, so a little about 10 and 5/8 here. Devin at 25. Just a cool looking cap. The orange is original. The white is original. Let's get this thing rolling. Bert at 27. Makes a good hat. Keeps the rain off your head. Michael at 30 on Facebook. One minute gone. Let's just under a minute left to go. Michael at 30. Bert, 35. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Bert at 35. We got some great stuff coming up, guys. I'm going to start grabbing some cool stuff here shortly. Devin at 36. Few seconds left to go. Devin at 36. What's going to happen? A lot of interest in this, baby. Kevin at 37. Pete 41. And that did it. Pete 41. Bert out of 30. Seen Bert's bid pop up, but it wasn't enough. Bert out of 42, but it was too late. Pete at 41. Now, these were pretty common to have painted caps like this, so that wasn't uncommon. It's uncommon finding one with original paint that still looks decent. Let's catch another plate. Since we haven't got many plates worked in tonight, I got a lot of great ones out. We need to get some worked in. Let's go to a different state this time. Back to 1961, to the land of Lincoln, Illinois. There again, a 63-year-old plate, original paint. Backside looks like that. Got any fans on here from Illinois? The land of Lincoln. This is a roughly 12 by 6 plate, kind of a standard size like most of them are. Stamped steel. Devin at 10, or this might even be aluminum. It's pretty light, but it is stamped and embossed, not a printed one. Devin at 10, Leo at 10. Let's get this thing on the timer and get rolling. Sweet, Chris. Leo 12. Tweedledee 15. We got an amazing piece coming up next, guys. Leo 19. Dean 22. Leo 24. Sounds good, Tony. Glad you were here. More Chivy stuff. We got some more Chivy stuff coming. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Tony at 28. X-Ray's birth year. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go on the 61 Illinois. Tony at 28. Coming out of the wire, bet ready to wind this one down. Tony at 28. And that does it. Tony Napoli at 28. All right. This next piece, we've sold a couple of these. This is the last one I have to sell. And it's been laying in the box for months trying to decide what to do with it. But you guys wanted cool stuff for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and sell this one. I do have some I kept for myself. I don't think they have any more used ones. I think I bought all they had. I will look this weekend, but I don't know if they've got any more of these or not because I pretty much bought them all up. But in honor of going back to see our good friends Doug and Adam Prey at the Auburn Court Duesenberg Company. Like I said, I've really been debating about whether to sell this one, even though I've got a couple other ones. But I think some of you guys need it. We've sold one or two of them, but it's been a long time. Bird at 20. This is a knockoff badge 4 and Auburn. This was riveted to the wheel knockoff on a late 20s, early 30s Auburn. It's a metal disc. It is stamped. These small holes are original. That is where the tiny rivets were that held it to the wheel knockoff. 3 inches. Killer piece. Not one you see on a very regular basis. We've got Bert at 22. Let's go ahead and let her roll. See what happens. Tractor Mike, 35. Awful quiet. Losing bidders have to chug. In fact, let's get an Auburn badge. It's an original knockoff piece. That's true, Dean. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Tractor Mike at 35. And it's awful quiet as we come up on that minute 30 mark. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Coming out of the wire, that's it. Tractor Mike at 35, just about ready to wind this one down. And that does it. Tractor Mike, 35. Okay, I got one more can laying here. Let's get rid of this can, and then I'm going to go grab another handful of stuff. I think we've done some of these in the past, but this is a brand new one on this Co-op T200 quart. I will drain. I have to drain this if I have to ship it, but it is brand new, still full, beautiful condition, beautiful colors, gold all the way around it. It's got a few dents in it, things like that. Here's the seam on it. It is a metal oil can, beautiful piece with great colors on the Co-op T200 motor oil. SAE 2020. So we're going to knock this cord out, and then I'm going to go grab another handful of cool stuff. Leo at 10. Let's get this thing rolling on the Co-op quart. Then I'm going to go grab some more coolness. Mark, 12. Leo, 14. Come up on the 1 minute mark. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Leo at 14. 2020 helps the Motors Vision. Good point. Coming up on the minute 30 mark, Leo at 14. There's a minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. About ready to wind this one down. Leo at 14 on the new co-op court. Metal can. Pete, 18. And that does it. Pete at 18. All right, let me go grab another batch. Okay. Oh, Brian had a 23 in there, I see. Okay. Sounds great, Kenny. Glad you guys are having fun. And I'm getting some, we're working into some more cooler stuff even. Let's catch another can for our Ford fans. This is a great piece, and I don't think I've got it. I really debated on whether I should sell this one or not, and I decided to go ahead and do it. This is for 60s era for our Ford fans. Let's give you a Hudson badge. Chris is having fun. Glad you're having a good time. From Rotunda, Custom Auto Wax. This is a good-looking little dude. I really debated about this one, but I decided to go ahead and sell it. The top does have a little bit of paint loss, but it does have the nice big Rotunda on it. It is a metal can. I'm going to say this is early 60s. Nice bright red coloring with black and white on it as well. I did empty it. It did have a little wax left in it, but it was pretty crusty. Custom Auto Wax, content 8 ounces. Allen 10, Tractor Mike 10. Product of Ford Motor Company, Dearborn, Michigan. This can is about 2 inches tall and about a little over 4 wide. A little bit over 4, a little over 2. Tractor Mike at 12. Let's get this thing on the timer and roll with it. And it's toy time coming up next. Allen at 15. I think it's a cool toy. We'll see if you guys like it or not. Tractor Mike at 17. Rotunda was part of Ford. Alan might be able to elaborate a little bit more as to how the relationship worked, but it is kind of about the size of a cat food can. That's about right. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. And there's the minute 30 mark. 30 seconds left. Bill Disc at 20. And that does it. Bill Disc at 20. Great piece for $20 for sure. All right, who's ready for an awesome toy? Also for our Ford fans, going back to the 60s, I believe this is, yes, this is a Nylant. So, who's ready for this one? The Nylant Ford Econoline Jungle Wagon. Check this dude out. Definitely a Ford Econoline. Does have some paint loss. It has been played with. It had something back here. I don't know what, if it had a lion cage or what. Dean at 25. The Jungle Wagon decal is missing over here. Does still have pretty nice shiny paint. Has all the original tires and wheels on it. Bottom side kind of looks about the same. Back still intact with the rear bumper. It actually says Nylant on the rear bumper as well. Does say Ford on all the caps as well. And actually it says Ford stamped into it up between the grills just like an Econoline would have had. So kind of a cool, funky piece. I thought it was kind of neat. I found it at the Lawrence Swap Meet. But a good-looking little Econoline. Oh, let me give you a size on it. This does not have an interior in it. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it does have plastic windows all the way around, but they did not put an interior in this one. And it's just over 11 inches long overall, bumper to bumper. Okay, Tractor Mike at 27. Let's get this thing on the timer on the Jungle Wagon. Dean, 32. Leo, 29. Dean at 32. Alan's got it in a fire truck. Yeah, I think they made a ton of these little different Econolines. Took the same body, painted them different colors, called them different things. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, Dirty got an ad. Is that the only ad we've got, or is everybody getting ads? Okay, we're back. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Dean at 32. Leo, 33. Dean, 36. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. It's a great piece. Let's see what happens. Now Tractor Mike's off looking at tractors. Dean at 36. Leo, 39. We're getting close to the end of this one. Leo at 39. Still a great piece for that. Austin at 40. And that does it. Austin at 40. right, I promised everybody a promo yet tonight. There again, not a super early one, but still a great piece. We've looked at some of these in the past. This one does still have the wires on the bottom. I unwired it to get it out, but it is still new in the box with the wires on the bottom of it. On this black 93 Camaro, we looked at one of these a while back. Pete got us the pace car version of it. I ended up with another one of these with a bunch of promos I bought at Lawrence. So we're going to go ahead and sell you this one. There again, brand new in the box. Black, gray interior, 93 Z28 convertible. Tractor mic at 12. T-top car. I just left these hanging so somebody could wire it back in the box if you wanted to display it with its original box if you open it up. Leo at 20. So let's get this thing on the timer and let's roll with it. Horsepower tails, there you go. Bert's got to jump off. Yeah, 4 a.m. we'll be there pretty soon. We got an amazing badge coming up next, guys. Our badge guys, be prepared. Leo at 20 on the Camaro. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Shaggy's back. Dennis at 25. A minute 30's gone. 30 seconds left to go. Dennis at 25. Brand new with the box. Yep, I remember the police car versions of these, Glenn. Dennis at 25, about ready to wind this one down. And that does it. Dennis at 25. Michael at 28, like a half a second too late. It was 200. I called it. I looked over and boom, it popped up just as that. A half a second earlier would have got that, Michael. All right, killer badge coming up. We did one of these in the past with its whole bezel. This one is just the badge. This is a 42 or a 46 Buick hood badge. These things are amazing. This one does have a few chips in it. Great colors. Chipped a little bit up here at the top. Chipped a little bit down here at the bottom. This is a good size badge. It is an enamel badge. It is a beautiful badge. It is 3 inches tall by almost 1.5 inches wide. Now, we did one of these one time that had these actually sit in a pot metal housing. We did one time that had the entire housing. This is just the badge part of it, which this is kind of the money shot of it anyway. 1942 and 1946 Buick used this. Stud mounted with that pot metal housing. Great colors, but just a knockout piece. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this one rolling. I was excited about it. Nobody else is apparently. That's right, Michael. The work and the detail in this stuff is crazy. Bert, 20. He had to wait and see what was next. That was worth waiting for, wasn't it? Bird at 20. Let's get this thing rolling and get going. What else we got coming up? Mark 25, Michael 28. Mark 32. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. I would call this a sniper piece myself, but Michael at 32. I've already got Mark at 32. Michael must be hung up a little bit over there. Facebook must be a little dragging on him. So I've got Alec at 33. Michael 36. And there's the minute 30 mark. Michael at 36 with 30 seconds left to go. And everything got real quiet. Just about ready to wrap this one up. We're coming out of the end. Michael at 36. And that did it. Michael at 36. Mark had a 38 in there, but it was too late. That one worked out for Michael. Oh. All right, let's catch a plate, and I got some more stuff laying here. I got a can, some caps. We got some more fun stuff coming up. Let's get rolling on this plate, and I'll grab that other stuff rounded up. Going to another state again, but we're still backing up 80 plus years to 1942 to the Rust Belt in Minnesota, and this plate still looks amazing considering the area of the country it came from and its age. Look at this thing from 42. We've got a little bit of fading on the red lettering. It looks like it was kind of a beige with red letters. The back of it doesn't even look too bad. It's got a little bit of surface rust from it, but it's a Minnesota plate. It's got to have some rust on it because it came from Minnesota. But overall, still looks pretty good. Tractor Mike starting us off at 10. 12 by 5.5, a little bit narrower than what we're typically used to, but a good looking plate. Let's get this thing on the timer. Tractor Mike starting us off at 10. I'm going to reach over here and grab some more pieces that I moved over here. We're ready to roll with tonight. Leo 20. Alex 25. Devin at 25. I had Alex first. Leo 30. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Leo at 30 on the 42 Minnesota plate. Sam's jumping off. Glad you were here tonight, Sam. Just past the minute 30 mark. Little less than 30 seconds left. Leo at 30. Just about ready to wind this one down. Leo at 30. And that does it. Leo got one. Leo's kind of been getting skunked here lately. Leo at 30. Let's catch another hubcap. This is a cool one. Once again, got some road rash, but I'm thinking it is 80 to 85 years old, so I guess it deserves to have a few scuffs and scratches. She is nice and shiny, though. Look at the chrome on this baby. And I got a feeling Alex is probably going to like this one because check this one out. Does have road rash over here, but this is a great-looking Packard cap. Alex may even know exactly what it is. Not sure. It is 10 inches in diameter. Leo at 10. This is all stamped in it. That does have a little bit of original red paint, a little bit of original black paint, but it does have some pretty good road rash over here. All these lines are all stamped in this thing. Yeah, number one's watching hockey and us. That doesn't surprise me a bit. Mark's got to run. Glad you were here. Let's see. Lots of bids at this point. Nut Farm at 30 is my high bid on the Packard cap. Let's get this thing on the timer and get rolling with it. On the great-looking little Packard. Like I said, some road rash on it, but talk about a statement fit piece for the man cave. Nut Farm at 30. Leo attends his YouTube. Yeah, no kidding. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Nut Farm at 30. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Kevin at 32. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Kevin at 32. Nut Farm at 40. Just about down to the wire on this one. Kevin, 43. Few seconds left. What's going to happen? Kevin at 43. And that did it. Kevin at 43. All right. How about another can? Dirty had a 45. Nut Farm had a 45. Just all too late. This next can, I'm kind of excited about. This is a duplicate. I got 3 of them, but there were 2 different styles. So I'm going to sell you guys one of them. The other 2 I'm keeping. This is a metal quart. So it's probably, 60s or 70s based on what it looks like. Leo at 10. It's a great looking can. They actually, believe it or not, they punched it on the bottom. So the top is still intact, which is actually really important on this can. So check this baby out. I think you're all going to really like this thing. It has great color, nice and shiny, ribbed metal can. You ready? There it is. Okay, got the seam over here. Metal, nice metal can. So what's the deal? This is what's cool about it. Pure white can, but I think it came out of a truck stop because look at the top. Everything is on the top. TBT special, truck, bus, tractor, S1 motor oil, SAE 40, 1 quart, truck tested Skelly Oil Company. So I think these were like in a rack at the truck stop. Tractor Mike at 12. So at the truck stop, all you needed to see was the top of it. You grabbed it out of the rack and you went on your business. They didn't have to do anything on the side of it because the only thing you could see was right here. They had everything right on the front here, ready to go, ready to show you. So you grabbed it out of the rack, punched it, poured it in, and threw it away. Fortunately, a few of these got saved. I was excited about them. I thought they were great. Alan at 14. It reminds you of the No Name beer can. Yeah. Shockingly, it's something reminded Tractor Mike of beer. Wow. Never would have guessed that, would you? Let's get this thing on the timer. Tractor Mike at 15. That's true. You know, you can put more in the rack. You don't have to worry about showing the sides. So I thought they were great cans. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Tractor Mike's 18. Tractor Mike's making sure nobody else bids against him, apparently. Just past the 1 minute mark. A little better, a minute to go. For somebody who's not a can guy, Tractor Mike must like this one. Rusty Okie at 19. Tractor Mike at 20. There's a minute 30 mark. 30 seconds left to go. I think for $1 a bid, he's just trying to make sure nobody else gets involved. Leo at 23. Tractor Mike at 25. We're coming down to the wire. We're getting close to the end. Austin at 26. Tractor Mike at 27, and that does it. Austin came back with a 28, but it was too late. Oh, Nut Farm, I wouldn't leave yet. Pete, 29, too late. We're doing a grease cap next, Nut Farm, and I know you don't have it. And it's next on the list, so you might want to hang around here for just a bit. All right, Nut Farm, you ready? Because the next piece is literally a grease cap, and it is an amazing grease cap. Check this one out from the Hudson Motor Company in Detroit. Nice, clean, crisp lines, good lettering in it. This is fairly heavy. It's dinged up a little bit on the side. Alan at 10. Leo at 20. Internal threads, but you can see it stamped back in the inside of there. Everybody's getting Hudson. That's a Hudson, so yeah. We'll just do them both at the same time. How about that? Nut Farm still looking. Nut Farm at 50. It's a great looking piece. Let's get this thing on the timer. It is about 3 inches in diameter. Brian even used to had a cool wrench for him. You could drink beer out of it. Yep. You could actually. We'll show you the badge. You daintily sip out of your Hudson cap. Ticking away, working our way towards that 1 minute mark. And Nut Farm is pretty serious about this project, so we'll see what happens from here. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. See if anybody wants to tangle with the Nut Farm on this one. Leo just reloaded, so. While watching the Nobody Show, of course, yes. Minute 30's gone. 30 seconds left to go. Kevin, 52. Ticking away with a few seconds left. What's going to happen? Nut Farm, 55. And that does it. Nut Farm got it done at 55. Cool piece. You'll like that one, I think. All right, let's catch a license plate, and then we'll see where we're at for the night. Going to the state of Ohio this time, something a little bit different. And these are really unique. I've got a few of these in my own collection, but I don't know what the mindset behind this design was. But these are super unique. I've only seen them from Ohio. Alan don't care. He's bidding 10. This one from 1949. But it's kind of like a waffle board. These are really weird. This is all actually stamped in the metal. This waffling is all stamped in here. It is aluminum. 1949 Ohio. It is right at 12 by 6. And these are a very unique plate. Nut Farm's going to bail off. Well, I hope it was worth sticking around for, Nut Farm. Leo at 11. This has got some scuffing, some scratching. But these are just a weird plate. Not really sure what the whole deal was with these things. But they are definitely unique. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Strength for hitting pedestrians. Alan started with 10 to beat Leo. There you go. Well, this is a great looking plate. I can't see this one selling for 11. It's so unique. But you never know. We'll find out here shortly. Tractor Mike at 15. Leo, 19. First attempt at not being able to make fake plates. Using Waycamp's money, of course, tonight. Okay, that's fine. I'll take his check. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Leo at 19. There's the minute 30 mark. 30 seconds left, a minute 30 gone. Leo at 19. Super unique Waffle, Ohio plate. Not a lot of Ohio fans here, apparently. Devin at 20. Coming down to the wire, a few seconds left. And that does it. Devin at 20. Okay, Devin got a couple of them tonight. All right, what do you think, guys? Oh, well, we're almost at 3 hours already. What do you think? You guys want to squeeze a few more in? You want to go ahead and call it a night and wrap this deal up? You let me know what you think. I'm going to pick up this pile of stuff that we just sold and go from there. Everybody. Okay, everybody says a few more. We'll do like 2, 3, maybe 4 more. What do you think, guys? A few more license plates or something? Not over till Dean wins. All right, let me grab 2 or 3 or 4 more things. All right, I grabbed a cap and a couple more plates real quick, guys. We'll knock these out, and then you guys let me know what you think. Okay, we'll knock out a few more things here. This is a tag topper. This is pretty unique. I believe this was 1959 based on the colors in Kansas on a farm plate. This went on top of your regular topper. This tag, this is actually stamped in there. It says farm. 59 would have been this yellow background with the blue lettering. 9 3/4 by 2 3/4. Kind of a unique piece. Leo at 10, Mark at 10. Let's get this thing on the timer. Dean at 13. Lots of bids coming here. Dean at 16. Rusty Okie at 30. Rusty Okie's not messing with these guys bumping in a bucket a shot. Rusty Okie got serious about the project. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. With 1 minute left to go, and it might not matter. Rusty Okie may have just made a statement. Leo 31. $30 seconds left. Minute 30 gone, 30, just under 30 seconds left. Leo 31. Rusty Okie 32. Dean 33. Rusty Okie 35. And that did it. Rusty Okie 35. Austin was at 201 with a 36. That was tight, but Austin just barely missed it. Let's catch another nice shiny cap. This is a beaut for our Ford fans. Not a real rare cap, but this one sure looks nice. Nice, bright, shiny. In fact, it's got a couple little water spots on it. Perfect for his 56 Ford truck. Get a few water spots off of this thing. This thing is shining really good. Nice looking cap for our Ford fans. How about this one to hang up in your man cave? Woo, check that one out. Get out the sunglasses on this baby. Back of it's clean. Front of it's clean. Original paint. Few scuffs and scratches. But, man, that's a nice one. It is. Alan at 10. Kevin at 25. I think it is about a 57. 10.5 in diameter. Kevin L at 25. Let's get this thing on the timer. Somebody wrote a bad word on it. Yep. Dirty at 50. Dirty serious about the project. I'll move on to the next one. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Dirty at 50. Not that the 30 seconds really matters at this point, probably. But you never know. There may be somebody out there going to ready to sneak a 51 or 52 in there. We'll do a couple more plate auctions after this, and I think we'll call it for the night. Kevin, 52. With a few seconds left to go. Kevin at 52. And that did it. Dirty had a 60 in there at 202. Just didn't have enough time to get it done. Yeah, we don't want to scratch this one up for sure. Man, Dirty tried to come back, and Kevin got that in there at about 155, and Dirty just didn't quite have time to sneak it in. But boy, he was shooting. All right, we'll do two more plate auctions real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a night. The first one, Kansas, 1941 truck. Original paint, great condition, County 69. Back of this thing is clean, front of this thing is clean. Leo at 10, shockingly. Leo starts every plate at 10. This is a little bit bigger. Waycamp at 20, Dean at 28. This plate is about 14. It is a little longer because it has this T in it. Pawnee County, 5 5/8 tall. Let's see. David W. at 30. Dean at 35. Let's get this on the timer and get going here. Ticking away on this one, we're going to do one more plate bundle after this. We've got a plate bundle coming up after this, and then we're going to go ahead and call it for the extended auction tonight. And we still have a lot of amazing stuff we did not get to tonight, guys. Dean at 35. Which means more extended auctions. It is a clean 41 plate. That's for sure. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. I hope that red means spin crazy. Dean at 35. Sorry about that, Rusty Oak. Didn't mean to get you in trouble. Just under 30 seconds left. We just passed the minute 30 mark. I never claimed to be talented, so. Dean at 35, getting ready to wind this one down. Few seconds left. And that does it. Dean at 35. All right, let's catch one more plate bundle. This is a rerun from a month or two ago, so I'm going to go ahead and get it resold, get it out of here, and then we're going to call it a night. Okay, Rusty Ogie, I guess that's what you're going for. Hudson Badge. This is a plate bundle for number 42, starting off with a 61 in amazing condition. Look at this 61. 3 plates on this, one deal. 66, trailer, and 74, all number 42. Now, the 61, as we looked at, looks amazing. Leo at 20. It is used. I had to do like a triple take to see if I could tell whether it was used or not. It did have screws in it up here, but that's about it. Tractor Mike 23. The 66, it was definitely used. We can see screw marks up here on this one. Still in good shape. Black, white letters, nice paint. Waycamp 25. This is paint loss, not a chunk out of it here. And 74, also original condition, but used, but really, look at the shine on this thing. You're going to get all 3 of them. One-shot deal. The number 42, Waycamp at 25, and away we go. Last piece of the night. Or pieces of the night, I guess, because you're going to get all 3 in one deal. Somebody's got to outbid Waycamp at $25 on all 3 of them, though. These are just regular plates. They're just all number 42. This one was a trailer, but that was about it. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. But these are just regular plates. They just all happen to be number 42. And there's a minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Big Job, 35. Austin, 36. Few seconds left, coming down to the end. And that does it. Austin at 36. Big Job came back, but it was too late. I couldn't see him, but Austin at 36 is who I had at the end. They were both in there swinging. But unfortunately for me, I lost a few bucks. That Austin at 36 is who we had at 2 minutes. All right. Wow. What a night, guys. Crazy. A lot of fun, though. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff. And can't wait to add it to your guys' collection. Obviously, some of you new winners, if you haven't bought before and you have any questions, give me a shout tomorrow. We'll get it all figured out. Not a big deal. Glad you guys had fun. And Todd was entertained. Hey, that's all. That's what we're here for, I guess. Thanks for your support, Glenn, and everything you do, and as well as all you guys. You spend your whole Sunday evening here hanging out with us. We have a great time with the Hudson badge. You got a lot of great stuff coming to your guys' collection here this week. And we're having a lot of fun. So, hey, get primed up for that new raffle. It's going to be epic. Stay tuned tomorrow night for the video for the final car count of how many cars this dummy bought in May. That's going to be fun. We're going to have some more new inventory videos coming up this week. When's the next auction night? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It'll be a month or two. I display some of it. Some of it's in storage. It just depends on when I have time to put stuff out. I've got shelves of stuff everywhere, but on the other hand, there are literally piles of signs in the other shop that have not been. There's actually piles of signs everywhere that haven't been hung up. There are boxes and boxes of oil cans that haven't been put up. So a little bit of both, just depending on time. Yeah, no kidding. Recover from this month. But well, and that's kind of what we did, on the when everybody was here for the gathering, and then we went to Dad's and saw his stuff as well. You guys got to remember, Dad's got just as much stuff as I do. He's got just as many, if not more, good cards. He's got just as many signs. I mean, it's crazy. Perfect, Kenny. I'm glad it made it. Awesome, Austin. Appreciate that. I'll get that stuff boxed up and on the way, as well as your matchbooks from last week. I didn't send those just because that's all I had for you. So, anyway, like I said, we'll get some new inventory up. We'll get the final car tally up tomorrow night. We'll try to bring in some stuff from Mecum. Hopefully Friday night we'll have some Mecum stuff. Pete, Kevin L., the rest of you guys, if you're going to make it, let us know. Get with us. But that's the plan, definitely to be at Mecum Tulsa next weekend. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to hanging out with some of you guys. It's always a good time. Keeping our fingers crossed Tractor Mike can make it. And hopefully you guys will get to hang out with him too. So 75% beer will be there. I'm hoping. We're keeping our fingers crossed Tractor Mike makes the auction. We'll have good content. We'll have a lot of fun, which we're going to have. That's all going to happen anyway. But the cup almost looks like an oil can. I'm not. Yeah, after May, I'm hopefully going to be able to buy a hot dog. when I get this final, when I get the final tally for the amount of cars and trucks I bought in the last 30 days, when we get that video tomorrow night, it'll make more sense that I'm just hoping to score a hot dog. Maybe I got enough money left for that. So, God Monster stopping by for a minute. I don't know. They have to put up a big building to put up our own museum. That's for sure. The auction is next Friday and Saturday, Austin. If you want to go, get with me. We're going to be. Like we talked about earlier, I'm planning on trying to be out of here Wednesday. I've got to work with Auburn Court Duesenberg on Thursday. I got to do some work with Jim Wicks on Thursday. We will absolutely do more work with Jim Wicks from the auction, but planning on Auburn Court Duesenberg and some stuff with Wicks on a personal car that he has that he found recently. And then auction Friday and Saturday, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mecum. So looking forward to it. I'm going, Dad's going, our buddy Jim Bird's going, hopefully Tractor Mike's going, and as well as hooking up with some of you knuckleheads when we get down there, which we know is always going to be a great time. So anyway, Crew Cab International, Lodestar or Travelette. Yep, do not have any of those. I've got a Travel All, but no crew cabs in those internationals. So anyway, wow, what a night, guys. Wow, holy cow, we're running way long. We better get ready to wrap things up. So stay tuned. We'll get the total car count video up. We'll get some inventory up. I got some stuff in the can. The Broncos in the can. One of those Cadillacs is in the can. Maybe for Wednesday night. We'll see how things are going with when we get down to Oklahoma this weekend. If nothing else, we'll get some new inventory up Friday night. But I hopefully we'll have some good enough Wi-Fi. We can get some Mecum stuff up on Friday. You guys that are going to Mecum, please remember, I'm going to need your help. You're going to help me pick some of the cars for the Old Cars Weekly article that I will be putting together and compiling for Angelo to be published in Old Cars Weekly. So we will be working on that a little bit on Friday as well. So anyway, appreciate it. I'm glad you guys had fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself tonight. That's what this is all about. And with that, we better get ready to wind this thing down. As always, I appreciate you coming by and spending your whole Sunday night with us, making this what it is, your participation in it, because it is a chat. Without your participation, it is not a chat. It is not a discussion without you here engaging and sharing your knowledge, participating in the auctions. It's a lot of fun. So looking forward to catching up with some of you guys next week at Mecum Tulsa. If you think you want to try to come, get a hold of me tomorrow, and I'll get you some more of the details. But we definitely at this point do plan on being there and can't wait to see some of you guys. With that, we'll see some of you Tuesday evening for some Toy Tuesday. We will squeeze that in. You bet, Chris. It just kind of keeps growing and ticking along. But without you guys, it isn't anything. The Johnny Carson comments still amaze me that you guys even consider putting this in some sort of realm as what a professional can do. But we work hard at it. We have a good time. Build this out every week so that I'm prepared for you guys. And with that, we'll see some of you guys Tuesday night. We definitely hope to see some of you guys at Mecum this weekend. Looking forward to that. And we all definitely hope to see you right back here next Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time for some Sunday night live chat. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for watching tonight. We hope to see you soon on the next video.